Hello everybody, Qapla, and I still have the music playing. There we go. Welcome to Monday's Bed Life for September 30th, 2019. And once again, Thomas Potts gets it lucky with Kissing Dax right away, Thomas. First one out. Thomas Potts with a $1.99 super chat. Even got Sassy excited. She was sleeping. Says, hit Birdo Prey. Hoping that for $1.99, Mama Prey will come over and give me a good smack across the back of the head, I assume. Or at least knock off my glasses, like yesterday. I gotta tell you guys, I'm getting a little sick of space engineers. I might have reached my limit. Put so much work into it, and then to see that these comments, apparently, if you don't know, if you're not playing Space Engineers, we used to have a way you could talk to your people on your team. It was called faction chat, and you could send direct messages to specific people as well, and it would be private. It would just be between you and them, or you and your faction. But now, apparently, no matter who you message, whether you message it globally or to just your faction or to just a single person, all the messages are getting shown globally. So for the love of alpaca, please do not put any sensitive information in chat in Space Engineers for the foreseeable future until it gets fixed. I did a quick search. I can't find anybody reporting this issue. So I don't know where to start. I uninstalled the two mods that affect the chat system, and neither of them, even with them both uninstalled, it still happened. So I put them back. I am at a loss. I have no idea how I'm even going to begin to fix it, and I don't think I'm even going to get a chance to look into fixing it at this point until tomorrow, because I have a 3:45 p.m. hard break here. I've got stuff to do. I've got to do work for other things, and then, then it'll be dinner time, and Anti-Tracker will come on. So I'm at a loss. If anybody has any ideas what it could be, please let me know on Skype or Discord or in the chat here. I honestly have no idea, and I can't blame this on Torch, because we're not using Torch at this moment. So Joseph Patrick was early as usual, and he had acknowledged he was early. But here in the future, it's already dark outside, and the night is approaching. Well, Joseph, it was only 20 minutes ago or so. Yeah, 20 minutes ago. So hopefully you stuck around. Cinnabon Bunny says hello. Welcome, Cinnabon Bunny. Thomas Potts says hi. Azine, OMG, hi. Welcome, Azine. Long time no chat. Sarcasm. Shrownmore says greetings, Birdo Prey 5, Mamo Prey 5, and fellow nerds. Greetings, Shrownmore. Josh Street says bird, you evil Kurogan. Jason Link says alpaca. Shrownmore says, and greetings to Sassy. Wow. And greetings to Sassy, chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, and scourge of the squirrels. Sassy was so happy today because Camille finally made it back. Camille came visit a couple of times, but today Camille was back helping me and Mom out for the first time in 2 months since she had her operation. That luckily everything looks like it went well, and she is on her way to recovering. I'm not sure if she's 100% yet, but pretty close. So, and Sassy was very happy to see Camille. Shrownmore says, home in Kuroga, where Sassy and the alpacas play. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. We got to do that again. Home home in Karoga, where Sassy and the alpacas play, where often is heard an SOB from Bird, and he flips off Turdistan all day. Thank you, Sharon Moore. Josh reads us down with Bird of Prey until she changes her name to Alpaca Opre 5, or had everything over to Sassy, owner of Bird and Alpaca Beagle Bets. I don't even know. Don't even know where to start. Hands everything over to Sassy. Stromore says, out walking my dog. So just listening to the mayhem. Not a problem, Stromore. Thomas says, so pirates can enter safe zones. They can enter, but they can't shoot or do anything. We did notice that, yes. See, the problem is the safe zones are just running by blacklist. So we have nothing blacklisted. So everything can come in. Although, Thomas, now that you mention it, I can blacklist the pirate factions. So, yeah, you know what? Remind me if I don't remember. Next time I'm in the game, I'll go to the restaurant faction, the restaurant safe zone, and I'll set it so that only Karoga, Turdistan, Alpaca, and admin factions can enter that safe zone. So that'll keep out all the pirates. That's a good idea. What? Yes, Mama Pray.
Is blacklisting something racist?
Blacklisting is racist, but nobody's realized it yet. Yes.
Oh.
Blackballing, blacklisting, it's racist, but they haven't caught up to it yet. They will soon, I'm sure, but people get blackballed from a society or they get blacklisted. It's still used in common vernacular, but I don't see why. I mean, I honestly feel dirty when I even say blacklisted. I feel like I should be saying, I don't know, unlisted, bad listed, grief listed. I have no idea, but I know blacklisted, not right. All right, you don't want to get blackballed. You get no-balled. Yeah, no-balled. And the term blackballed comes from, obviously, back when they have secret societies, and you're voting on new members. Everybody gets 2 marbles or a handful of marbles that are both white marbles and black marbles. And the term was basically, so to get into a secret society, you need unanimous vote of every member present. So instead of voting and where people could see names and make out, recognize handwriting, you just picked up 2 marbles, white and black, and you secretly put 1 marble into a box or a container, and then you came back and sit back down or whatever. And so nobody knows whether you put in a white or a black marble. But then when the chair of the meeting or whoever's counting the votes opens the box, they can immediately see if there are any black balls in there because they're all otherwise white. So if there's even 1 black ball, you've been blackballed from the organization, and hence the term blackballed, meaning you didn't get in. Because you can't have even a single black ball in there, and it makes it much quicker than everybody voting yes or no. That's where blackballed comes from. Maybe in the future they'll do green balls and darker green balls. I don't know. And if you get the light green ball, you're out. So it'll be called being light green balls, and you'll know you're not allowed in. It'll be a little bit more confusing, but I think it's a minor price to pay for social progressivism.
Wow, you took my story today. I know. But I knew that.
Yeah, Mom O'Prey knew it. I think a lot of people know it. I'd imagine some younger people might not. Shronmore says, remember to switch to live chat. Thank you, Shronmore. I have. Captain Katz's Bird of Prey. Hey, hey, Lesbo action. That needs to be your background. John DeMarco says, hello all. Josh Street says, hi to Captain Cat. Captain Cat says, hey guys, how are you? Josh Street says, Captain Cat, Bird needs to say, I thought I saw a putty cat. I thought I saw a putty cat. And Captain Cat is giving a heart to Josh Street. We might be seeing a budding bromance here. Kronos is Qapla Bird, Mamo Prey, Opakas Opray, and Sassy Opray. What did I miss? Not much. Kronos, just some space engineers ranting. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Bird is talking about you people again. Yeah, I am. Josh Street says 12 of us watch, and we are letting Bird catch up in the chat. Well, like I said, we got a hard break at 3:45 Eastern. That's 1 hour from now. Is a hard end. Zethon, oh hey Zethon, how are you? Are you safe? Did you get abducted in Colombia? Zethon says you've been Joe listed. Wow. You didn't get in, you were Joe listed. Captain Cat says, Kronos, you missed some lesbian action. Yeah, Birdie was showing Birdie. Not gonna live that one down. Azine says, no bald. Sounds painful. Yeah, well, it does. Although, I guess no bald would be sexist. Right? And you say, no bald, didn't get in. You're saying they're a woman. Sexist. So, I guess she couldn't even use no bald. A heart from Captain Cat. Jason Link says, space lesbians for the win. Captain Cat says, Josh Street, it will still be an hour before he catches up. And John Street says, Captain Cat, Bird started a bird rant, so 1 hour to finish his rant and another hour to start reading again. Captain Cat's laughing. Rock Solid's in the house says, remember to set chat to live chat, smash that like button, tickle the subscribe button, share via socials, donate if you can, join the subscribe star, and I want to play Connect the Spots with Jadzia. Oh, definitely. I think that if you connect the dots, you get a pretty amazing picture. It's a theory, but I haven't been able to put into practice. Kronos says, I don't feel bad about the term blacklisted. You should, Yes, you should. Peter Quinn says, evening, Bird of Prey 5 and all. Good evening, Peter Quinn. Oh, by the way, for those who might have guessed otherwise, Mom O'Prey's rant yesterday, immediately demonetized. Immediate demonetization. I went back to put in the end screen, already demonetized. As soon as it was, before it even ended, demonetized. Captain Cat says, Josh Street, Birdie wants us to have a budding romance. Peter Quinn says, Laura and Punchy were on earlier, but you know, I had Laura up. I started watching him. I was like 2 minutes in. I said Qapla, and then something happened here, and I had to bail on the stream. All I know is that he was talking about Star Trek Discovery and what's his face, the Irish ginger guy, Dave Cullen. I don't know. It sounded like he had a problem with one of Dave Cullen's Discovery videos. I didn't, but I really didn't get a chance to even listen to what Laura's arguments were. I will try to listen at some point, but honestly, I've got 4 hours or 3.5 hours left of last night's Inquisition to get through at some point today or tomorrow. Cue ball, that would be Harris. Zethon says, I'm in the trunk of a car somewhere in the Amazon. My kidnappers happen to be fans of yours. Well, Zethan, that's cool. And if you're in the Amazon, don't sweat. I'm sure in just an hour or so, the car will start burning because of the fires, and you'll be able to get out. Zine says, lol, never thought of that. Very true. Yeah. Kronos says, cue balled. That would be harassed. Shomor says, getting blackballed is not as bad as getting blue balled. Just saying. Peter Quinn says, so well behind the chat. Normal bird of prey service. Captain Cat says, pisses him off that Adam Nimoy is playing Connect the Dots nightly. I don't think she puts on the dots for him. Uncle Remus says, Genie in Aladdin has blue balls. Wow. Josh reads his Captain Cat Bird wants Kuroga to be a world power, but it's a hellhole called New Jersey. Captain Cat says, what Mamo Prey ran? Yesterday, Mamo Prey took over the stream yesterday, Captain Cat. I was busy working on Space Engineers, and Mamo Prey was going off about how the 60s things were a lot more progressive than we give them credit for, and such. Kronos is Bird of Prey, no kidding. Mamo Prey broke the interweb. Nice.
Hey, what?
Nothing. I just said that your stream got demonetized immediately.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. It did. It's fine. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it said it did. Peter Quinn says, now you read 3 minutes behind. Not bad. Yeah. I was doing pretty good today. I thought I was. Peter Quinn says, ah, damn. Mr. Lundell says, Qapla, Mr. Lundell. Peter Quinn says, Disco and Dave Cullen's Bird of Prey. He was going over the facts. Okay, well, we'll see. Mr. Lundell says, Laura is becoming an STD apologist of late. You know, I heard him say that he doesn't think STD is doing bad or something to that effect. And I had to do a double take. But you know what? I will wait to hear out Laura's explanation before I disagree with him. I just find that statement hard to believe. Rock Salad says, not Ryan Johnson. Thanks for crying, my friend. Derek McManus says, all hail Bird of Prey 5. Thank you, Derek. Kronos is Bird of Prey. Don't forget live chat. I'm on live chat. Kronos, thank you. Thomas Potts says, yesterday was a very good stream. Thank you. And Mamo Prey thanks you. Alexander Brooks. So I click in here. First thing I hear is blue balls. Yeah, it's one of those streams, Alexander. Rock Solid says, wait a sec. Terry Farrell and Adam Nimoy got married. Mm-hmm. They're a couple. Captain Cat says, yep. Now, I don't think it was a Klingon wedding, but I also don't think it was a Vulcan wedding. Maybe a Trill wedding? Jason Link, CBS won't release any numbers, so that should be some explanation. Absolutely. And bigger than CBS not releasing the numbers, because you could say maybe CBS is so successful they don't want to release the numbers because they don't want the competition, right? Maybe releasing a show at 8:30 p.m. on Thursdays is somehow the gold standard time to release shows, and they don't want anyone else to get any wiser that if you put a show up against the Orville specifically, even though you're a streaming service and you could release the show any day of the week, any time of the day, but you purposely choose 30 minutes before the Orville comes on, coincidentally, I suppose, that is the best time ever to stream a show, and that gives you millions and millions of views and hits. So maybe they're right. Maybe they don't want to show it because they're so successful. But if they were so successful, why did Netflix walk away from season 3? Netflix had season 3. They didn't have to do anything to get season 3. It was theirs for the taking. They literally had to be threatened with a lawsuit and we still gave it up. They still said, we don't want to air your crap on our network, where we will air crap from just about anyone else. But we've had so much of your crap, it no longer has a place on Netflix. That 100% tells you Star Trek Discovery is a complete and total failure. That even Netflix, who is giving everybody and their mother, Mama Pray, you could probably get a show, a space on Netflix, not even for Star Trek Discovery. That's it. It's simple. It's done. It's over. There is no explanation you can give me that explains why Netflix dropped Discovery Season 3. Because none exists. The only explanation is it sucked that much. It wasn't worth it. The numbers were terrible. And they were probably receiving a lot of hate mail or texts and, not texts, tweets and shit from people who are just saying, this is destroying everything I've loved my entire life. So, yeah, I feel very, very confident that Star Trek Discovery is a complete and total failure, and I defy anyone to prove it otherwise. And you gotta have something good. Some reason Netflix said no to season 3 that doesn't involve them realizing seasons 1 and 2 suck so bad. Andrew Brooks says, and hello from Snowy Bend, Oregon. My Jeep has 4 inches of snow on it. It's snowing already in Oregon? Very cool. Although, you have a Jeep and I assume you can walk. So that's good. When I could walk and I had my Jeep, I loved the snow. It wasn't until I got into my present condition that, and I just noticed that the snow makes life so much harder for Mama Pray that I stopped liking the snow. In fact, I remember very clearly the first big snowfall we had after I got home. I got home in May, and I guess it was that December or so was the first big snowfall, and I'll be honest, that was the first time I really got mad at myself. Very, very frustrated I couldn't make it outside. Because for me to miss a snowfall like that, it was breaking my heart. I was trying so goddamn hard to get out of the bed. Dad O'Prey was here. Mom O'Prey was here. They were looking at me. They knew I couldn't do it. I was still so much weaker than I am today. I could barely lift my arms still. I wasn't in any condition to even attempt to get out of the bed. But I saw the snow and I was like, no, I gotta get out there. I got to get out there. And the body just couldn't do it.
We didn't have a ramp yet.
Yeah, we didn't have a ramp. So even if I could make it, somehow drag myself to a wheelchair, which we didn't have yet either. We had a manual chair. We had a manual wheelchair. But no, I wasn't trying to get out there in a wheelchair. I wanted to get out there and walk. I wanted to get out there and play in the snow. I wanted to get out there and drive in my Jeep or my, at the time, QX56. Drive around. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get out there in a wheelchair and just sit there, frankly, like an idiot looking at snow. No. I wanted to get out there. I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to do shit. Nope. Didn't work. The most I ever wanted to get outside probably was that first snowfall. Big snowfall. That first year. After that, it got very bitter. Peter Quinn says, I'm thinking Lore is following a Trek Yard's bird of prey, calling it on the facts and down the line. Well, whatever. Different strokes. Rock Solid says, so I could have a chance, Captain Cat. Damn. Yeah, you might. With Terry Farrell. John DeMarco says, Lord doesn't think disco's very good, but he's not as negative on it as most of us. Well, he should be then. Miss Lindell says, Bird of Prey, you and I both heard those words spoken by Lore. Were those your words? Those words were spoken by me. Jim, it's a trap. Star Trek 6. Not Ryan Johnson gives Rock Solids a thumbs up. Derek says STD is awful, just as season 11 of Doctor Who is awful. But there is a hardcore of people who like this nonsense. Captain Cat says Alexander Brooks, all Jeeps have 4 inches of stuff on it because they are pieces of crap always breaking down. Not always, Captain Cat. Rock Solid says you have the same chance. You have the same chance I did. Uncle Remus says CBS equals crap broadcasting system. Kronos is bird ranting. I might have been a little. Jason Link sitting here laughing or smiling at bird ranting. Uncle Remus, Stranger Things season 4 is coming. Are they going to college? I mean, how is this going to happen? I don't get wrong. I liked Stranger Things. I liked all seasons, but goddamn, they're going to be old. Not Ryan John. This is Bird is having a crap rant. Must be talking about Turtistan or STD. Yes, one of those. Derek says, when are you appearing on Friday Night Frolics, Joe? Frolics. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been invited, so I have no idea if I would ever appear on Friday Night Frolics. I listened to it. I mean, Friday night, there is so much good YouTube on that it basically all weekend I'm listening to the Friday night shows. Of course, at the best is mine, obviously. My Friday night bed life. And then you got Anti-Tracker on Midnight's Edge. Then you've got Anti-Tracker's usual live stream. You've got Doomcock with Friday Night Frolics. And you've got Nerdrotic, who has a panel of 4, 5, or 6 other guys, or sometimes I assume perhaps women. I haven't seen one yet. But Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and a few other people. And I'll be honest, I love Doomcock and I love Anti-Tracker, obviously. But other than my own stream, Nerdrotic's Friday night stream right now, I think takes the cake. I just think he has the best panel of people. That said, without question, I always watch 100% of Nerdrotic, Doomcock, Anti-Tracker streams every weekend. By Monday, if not Sunday, I've seen them all. Now, the problem with every single one of them, besides my own, is that I just don't stay up that late. So if I watch any of them, I watch it live for about 40 minutes. I record where I shut it off. Like it says, it's just been streaming now for 42 minutes. So I copy that to my clipboard of the computer. I go to sleep. I wake up. I check my clipboard to remember how far in I was. And then I restart the stream at 42 minutes and continue listening. That is what I do. Both for Friday Night Frolics and the Inquisition and Nerdrotics. Is it Nerdrotics Friday Night Frolics? Did I just get that confused? Whichever one. Nerdrotic, Doomcock, and Anti-Tracker. Though Anti-Tracker lately, he's been starting early enough, I tend to be able to stay on through the end of his. Though if I do miss, I miss like a half hour. Kronos says it was a Turtistani rant. No. Jason Link says we need a bird list STD. We need to bird list STD. Bird list. Oh, blacklist. Bird list. Captain Cat says Bird of Prey. No one in their right mind would walk away from good money. That's true. Oh. Well, they said nobody in their right mind. Alexander says, Captain Cat, who told you I spent the last 2 hours changing my water pump? Derek says Netflix said no because STD is the poop of the highest order, indeed. Rock Solid says, wasn't there a South Park episode about a Netflix show? Indeed there was. And not only that, in fact, we'll get into it, but on last night was the season premiere of both The Simpsons, which I was very pissed off at prior, and Family Guy, which I still held in pretty high esteem. So I watched Family Guy first. And it was a pretty funny episode of Family Guy. However, and I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, the end was just bullshit. They don't resolve the story. I'm not going to give it away, but they're building, and then there's nothing. And it's not a continuation. They just decide to end the story, and everybody's magically back home and okay. So that kind of pissed me off. But the first 25 minutes, it was pretty good. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And they are just as unpolitically correct, un-PC as ever. So, I mean, both with graphic violence, implications, dialogue. It's great. The Simpsons, I really debated. I was like, maybe I should give them a chance. I know I put in 30 seasons. Let me at least try the season premiere. If I hate the season premiere, I can do a review on it. So I put on the season premiere of The Simpsons, of course, where I was skipping commercials. So, no advertiser got any of my valuable time. And I gotta say, the first episode of this season wasn't a bad episode. And in fact, I guess it spoke to me a little because it involved Homer and Bart becoming YouTube stars. And Homer starting his own YouTube channel. And Netflix. Netflix became a sponsor at one point. So they made jokes, and they didn't, and see, in the artwork, in the animation, they called it MyTube, but in the audio, they called it YouTube. So I guess they got permission from either legal or from YouTube to go ahead and call it YouTube. And they also called it Netflix. But in the animation, YouTube was clearly MyTube, and Netflix, you saw like 80% of the logo, but they had just part of the logo covered up. So they could plausibly say it didn't quite say Netflix. It could have said Netsticks or something. But they said both Netflix and YouTube in the audio, which I thought was pretty cool. And it was a pretty good episode. No Apu. I'm thinking of doing a Simpsons review each week, and every week saying how many episodes it's been since we've seen Apu. But then I think I'm going to get pissed off at The Simpsons. This first episode of the season, not woke. I would have to rate it not woke. In fact, if anything, they were making fun of woke culture, which is what they used to do. So I don't know if somebody saw the light. Maybe there was a power struggle behind the scenes. But until they bring back Apu with a speaking part, I'm going to be very, very suspicious of The Simpsons. However, I'd say they're off to a decent start. And no, there probably wasn't organically a part for Apu in this first episode. So I'm not terribly upset. But if we ever get a scene or an episode where, yes, Apu would have made sense to be there and we don't get Apu, then I'll be even more upset. Hope that makes sense to you. No Apu, no Watt, says Nicole. Hashtag free Apu, says Rock Solid. Kronos, I miss the Quickie Mart. Yes, Kronos. Who misses the Quickie Mart? I do. Thank you. Come again. You know, they made the show less diverse, right? They make the show less diverse. I was looking at the show, I was like, Jesus Christ, except for Carl, who's in the beginning scene. It was like everybody was yellow. And of course, and by yellow, I mean, Simpsons white. So, because everybody in The Simpsons, everybody who's light-skinned in The Simpsons is yellow. So, I can't say they're white, because they're not white, they're yellow. But, people have claimed white is yellow, or yellow is white. Of course, then people who are commonly called yellow, a racial group that, is disparagingly called yellow, they're actually more pale in The Simpsons than the regular Simpsons characters. So we saw Comic Book Guy's wife, who is, of course, Asian, Japanese, I believe, though she was in costume. Other than her and Carl, I believe every other character in this episode was, white, for lack of a better term, or yellow. So you didn't even get a brown Apu. Less diversity. Less diversity. Thomas says he said you must be banned. Who said I must be banned? Who did I say? Or what? Who said that? Derek says it's raining on Liverdy, Northern Ireland. Limavady, Northern Ireland. Okay, Derek. Well, doesn't it rain there often? I hope you're okay. Captain Cat is laughing at Alexander Brooks. Alexander is not joking. Mr. Londell says STD won't be on Netflix International. I thought it was a particular Donnybrook that was over Picard. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Yes. You're right. Discovery Season 3 is on Netflix International. It's Picard that's not on Netflix. Netflix had Picard. They didn't have to do anything. They could have, they were going to get Picard, but they said no to Picard. Obviously, they have a contract for Discovery, so they probably have to take Discovery. But if they liked Discovery, if they cared, if they thought Discovery was successful, how in the hell would they have passed on Picard? There was just no way it would have happened. You're absolutely right, Alexander. I feel like an idiot, but the point is the same. They could have had Picard. For them to give up Picard, I need to make that bigger. Thank you, whoever donated $2. Is that Yosef or Josh Street? I'm so sorry. I have that set way too small. But thank you so much. I'll see you in a second. Yosef shifts tip $2. Thank you so much. You didn't get Dax, but you got Zoidberg. Why not Zoidberg? So yeah, I feel a little stupid. I was just saying about Discovery Season 3. No, you're right. It is on Netflix. It's Picard. Nicole Malo, hearts to all the chats, and hello, welcome, Nicole. Captain Cat says, Derek, hey, my Irish mate. Alexander says I was really doing. Roxanne says it can snow December 23rd to 26th. That's it. Beyond that, snow blows. Captain Cat says, Alexander, crap, my bad. I was just setting you a joke for Birdie. Corona says, I'm not pleased with hearing the S word. What's the S word? Alexander says, it's fine, it's the truth. Derek says, hey, Captain, hope all is good with you, Captain Cat. Corona says, Bird of Prey, you're really riled up today. I guess I am. Uncle Remus says, I could have been someone. I could have been a contender. Captain Cat says, Derek, I have been better and I've been worse. Just glad I've been alive. Huh? Oh, the S word is snow. Mama Pray. See, Mama Pray gets these things. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, Mama Pray doesn't want to hear the S word either. Captain Cat says, Derek, I've been better. I've just read that. Mr. Lundell says, Bird of Prey, somehow I think you'll get to walk in the snow soon. Thank you, Mr. Lundell. I hope so, too. Though I would hope it's not much snow. Because it would still be a problem for Mama Pray, whether I was walking in it or not. Peter Quinn says, gotta go. See y'all later. Take care, Peter Quinn. Derek says it's good. It's good. It alive, Captain Cat. Okay. It's good. It's alive. It's alive. Everybody's saying goodbye to Peter. Nicole says the blood pressure machine at Hellmart scared the living stuffings out of me. 240 out over 108. How am I alive? Nicole, the human body can do some amazing things. I do hope you see a doctor, but don't panic yourself into making it worse. John Araki, hashtag walk with the alpacas. $2 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. If I get to walk soon, I will walk with the alpacas. Somehow, we will find a way. Walk with the alpacas. Nicole, again, see a doctor, but don't get too nuts. Not Ryan Johnson says Jeep. And what is Hellmart? Is that Walmart? I've seen it used twice now today, and I have no idea. I've never heard that term before. I'm assuming it's Walmart, but I don't know. I don't understand why it's called that. Not Ryan Johnson says a Jeep Alpaca. That would be the best Jeep brand. Rock Solid says, do you know why so many Jeeps have dual exhausts? No, they do not. So you can use them as wheelbarrows when they eventually break down. Corona says, Nicole, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I'm thinking that's rather high. Oh, it's high. But, you know. I thought I was about to sneeze. Nicole, yeah, agrees it was high. Richie Poole says, hey, Bird, how's it going? It's going good, Richie Poole. Glad you could make it. Nicole says, maybe I need meds or a better diet. Yeah, it could be. Could be cutting out salt, but it could be an obstruction near your kidney. And so they got to check for that. If that's it, while it's a pain in the ass to get that fixed, you don't need, usually once it is fixed, you don't need any pills. Rock Solid says Nerdrotic can't have the best people on his streams. I'm not on it, lol. That is true, Rock Solid. Chrono says, Nicole, did you walk a lot before using that reader? Oh, in the store. Even if he did, it should never get that high. Derek says, sorry, stay up late. Lol, try living on the other side of the world. It gets confusing. If I stay up late, I still wake up early, and that's the problem. Uncle Women says Nerdrotic is Friday Night Tights. Right, okay. See, there's too many names. So Nerdrotic is Friday Night Tights, and Doomcock is Friday Night Frolics. I doubt I'll be on either one of them anytime soon. Derek says indeed. Aziz says yes, it's been nice with Anti-Trigger starting a bit earlier. Living in the UK is just too late for me most days. Alexander says, when do we think Anti-Trigger will hit his 10k sub count? Has stopped climbing. I really thought it'd be higher by now. I have inside knowledge that Anti-Trigger is releasing a video today or tomorrow. I think tomorrow. And that video may increase his sub count. I don't know. We'll see. John Araki with a $1 super chat. At this time. Thank you so much, John Araki. And you get a DAX. Not the DAX you want, but you get a DAX. Better than nothing. Better than Zoidberg. And Johnny Rocky with another $1 super chat. Let's see, Johnny Rocky. Yeah, you're playing it. What is it gonna show up for you? Dun 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 dun.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
Nope, you get Locutus of Borg. It's a good try, Johnny Rocky. Good play. Chrono says, Nicole, it's best to take your blood pressure when calm. My parents check theirs often. Uncle Remus, when will we see Mexican Joker in movie theater? I'm not sure. Azine says, good grief, The Simpsons is still going, apparently, yes. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird is pissed off at something inconceivable. You guys don't even want to know what I'm really pissed off at, because... huh? Okay, so New York City. The New York City. And thank you again, Johnny Rocky, with another $1 super chat. The New York City Human Rights Commission. Jesus Christ.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
If there was ever a waste of city money and funds and time, it's the New York City Human Rights Commission. As if human rights don't exist in this entire country. That New York City needs its own separate bureaucracy of enforcing human rights. The New York City Human Rights Commission was able to, with their own guidelines, make it illegal in New York City, punishable by up to a $250,000 fine, $250,000 fine, illegal for you to call somebody an illegal alien, for you to threaten to call immigration on somebody, for you to say go back to your country, for you to mock somebody's accent or mock their inability to speak English, or to tell people to speak English. If you say this is America, speak English. No, all that stuff is now illegal if New York City determines you said it out of hatred. If you said it out of love, then it's legal. But if you said it out of hate, it is illegal and they're going to fine you. It is 100% completely unconstitutional. Okay, there is no way that survives. I doubt it even needs to get to the Supreme Court. It'd probably be overturned by the first or second court it hits. Well, originally, the first court will be. That's what I'm saying, the second court would be New York State. So it would probably be overturned by I would guess, the second court it hits. But if it needed to get to the Supreme Court would overturn it. A ridiculous law. It was infuriating me this morning. Yeah, we thought, Mama probably told me the story. I said, Mom, it's fake. Don't even bother with it. And then I started seeing other people talk about it, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it was real. It was real. You can see it. It's in the New York Post, the Examiner, the Times, I think. It's not even new. It was like 2 days old. And so I complained about it on Next Door Bayside, and half the people didn't see a problem with it. So I said, I don't know what is more disturbing. That city thinks they can make this law, or that so many people here don't have a problem with it. Because they said, well, if you don't use those terms to begin with, why do you have to worry? They came for cigarettes first. I don't smoke, but I've always been against the anti-cigarette movement. They came for vaping. I don't vape, but I think it should be allowed. They came for the big sodas. They came for the big sodas. Luckily, that one got fought back, but goddamn, not before it became law, and it had to get overturned. De Blasio wanted to stop sodas, so big sodas from being sold. They're coming. They're coming for meat. They're coming for air travel. They're coming for cars. They're coming for gas cars. This is all stuff people have already talked about. We're through the looking glass. We're
Oh, yeah.
John Araki with a $2 super chat. Kronos gets it with $5. John Araki, thank you so much. Are you threatening me? My alpaca will not wait. Kronos with a $5 donation. Kronos gets kissing Dax. Thank you so much, John Araki and Kronos. So New York City, so upsetting. Even more upsetting that half of the people don't give a shit that their free speech is being curtailed, because they don't get that just because they don't say these words now, that if they don't stick up, if they don't say the line must be drawn here and no further, right? If they don't stick up, it's only going to get worse. Because I'm telling you, after they look to ban meat and they look to ban cars and air travel, we're going to have boxes in our houses that are going to regulate how much water you use. You take a shower that's more than 5 minutes long, the water's going to shut off, or you're going to get a fine. If you flush the toilet more than 3 times a day, you're going to get a fine, and they're going to say, well, it's for the benefit of all humanity because, there's limited fresh water. So is it right for one person to be taking 45-minute showers? No, that's an offense against nature. And half the people out there are going to be like, yeah, that is terrible. They're taking our water, and they're going to welcome these boxes in their houses, measuring their shower lengths. And then we're going to have, 5-minute showers. And they're going to be like, you know what? We could probably only have to shower once every 2 days or 3 days. What's up, Mama Frey?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just ask everybody to find us a place to live.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't want to leave New York City. I can't fathom the logistics of me, my hospital bed, my wheelchair, poor Mama Prey, who's got to be doing most of the stuff, and Sassy. How the hell we would ever move? I don't know. I can't imagine. I could go in an ambulance in a 15-minute, 20-minute ride, and it beats the hell out of me. I'll be honest. It is physically exerting to the max, a 15, 20-minute ambulance ride, because all the roads around here are so terrible, potholed like crazy, and ambulances have notoriously bad shocks. That you're shaking around. It is like a death. You're holding on for dear life in ambulance, even if you're tied down, and it doesn't matter. I couldn't imagine an hour ride, ambulance ride, let alone a 12-hour, 18-hour, or God forbid, 2, 3, 4 day ambulance ride if we were trying to move somewhere else in the country. I don't know how it would happen. I don't even know how we could afford it, because I don't even know if anybody even does that. But even if we could, I don't know how we'd afford it. But even if we could afford it, I don't see how I could ever survive that. I can't imagine getting on a plane in my current condition. I just can't. So I don't know. I don't know how we could move. I don't want to move. My family's here. But damn it. This is crazy. This is crazy. I always hoped I'd get better before it got this bad, but it's not happening. John Araki with another $2 super chat. Llama ta from my bunghole. With the Beavis and Butthead references. John Araki with another $2 super chat. I am the great Bert Holio. I need TP for my alpaca. Good one. Good one, John Araki. Good one. Yosef says, move to Slovakia, Bird of Prey. Healthcare is free. It's a fake. Healthcare is free, and your streams would finally be at a normal time. You know, Yosef, it's sounding less and less crazy than it ever did before. I'll be honest. No, I'm not a big 420 fan. I'll be honest. If you guys like it, I'm not going to stop you. But I personally it's not for me. Move out here to Arizona. Sedona misses you, says Richie Poole. Yeah, Richie, Arizona. I wish I could find a nice place in, well, Sedona would be great, but it's just way too far from quality, healthcare. But if I could find a nice place in Phoenix or Scottsdale, near a good medical center. Yeah, the Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic. I know. Mama Pray. Nice, she knows the Mayo Clinic. I would love it, although the problem with Arizona, obviously, is just the frickin' heat. Although I used to like it. I used to like walking in Phoenix when it was 120 degrees. I enjoyed it. But I wouldn't enjoy it now. And Jesus Christ, my wheelchair would probably explode in that heat. But I mean, if there was somewhere a bit cooler, you see, Arizona, Phoenix, and Vegas. Vegas has always also been a place I've considered moving. Now, my problem with both is both their temperature. And Arizona and Vegas, like, in all honesty, I'm afraid both of them will be out of water in 30 or 40 years. I don't know what's going to happen, but they don't have a great supply, a long-term supply of drinking water. But maybe I need to stop worrying about that far in advance. Because Florida, my problem with Florida, though we have family in Florida, is the hurricanes. And again, my whole family had to evacuate at least once already this summer for the second year in a row because of hurricanes. So it's just not practical to move to Florida because, okay, even if we could get there, maybe. But how the hell do we manage evacuations multiple times a year possibly? That would be ridiculous. Arizona is high up on the list. Vegas is high up on the list. California, I mean, San Diego is beautiful, but hell no. Hell no. California is like going from hell to super hell. I'm sorry for those people who live there, but no. I don't know. There's no great place. If you're north, you get snow. If you're south, you get heat. San Diego, you get California. That's the problem with San Diego. And you get earthquakes. And you get fires. And you get mudslides. Hawaii, you get volcanoes and tsunamis. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. North Carolina, we know nobody. We have nobody that's ever moved that we know in North Carolina or South Carolina area. But it doesn't get terribly, terribly hot. I mean, it gets hot. It gets hot and humid, which is even worse than Phoenix, where it's hot and dry. I don't know. If I knew the place that I wanted to move, maybe we'd start thinking about it, but Liz Liddell says Phoenix is a dry heat. Yeah. I did desert training in the Army and the heat didn't bother me much. I know. even when I was a pretty big guy walking around Phoenix at 114 degrees, I was fine. At 120, that's where I really started having some issues walking long distance. When I was in Phoenix back in 2004, 2003, those years, 2005, I could have been in Phoenix at 115 degrees and been very, very, very happy. In fact, one time I was out in Phoenix, I'd gone up to Sedona, and and this had nothing to do with the heat, but I'll tell the story. I went up to Sedona, I came back down, and my flight was 4 hours away, so I didn't have to get to the airport too soon. So I went to a mall. I went to Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale. So I was just walking around the mall, or maybe it was like 6 hours for my flight. So I was walking around the mall, and they had a movie theater. I was like, oh, I could watch a movie, and that would kill 2 hours probably, and then I could, go to the airport, and I wouldn't be sitting there all day. So it was like 8 o'clock, and like my flight was the red eye back, so it was like an 11 p.m. flight or something. So I go into the movie, it's like 7 or 8 p.m. It was the James Bond Quantum of Solace, I believe. The one where they show up in Ocean Club in the Bahamas, which was really cool because I had just been there with my boss a couple of years before that, so it looked very familiar. The whole company, not just my boss, the whole entourage. And so I watched the movie, I got out, and the mall was closed. The mall was closed, only the movie theater was open. Now, I parked on the other side of the mall, and I remembered what entrance I came in. I was like, okay, I gotta leave via Macy's or wherever it was. Whatever, I think it was Macy's. So when I came out of the movie theater, the whole mall is freaking dark, and they've got like little, velvet ropes up, forcing everybody out one exit. So like, holy shit, now I'm stuck. I don't have the faintest idea what this mall layout is. So I get down to the street, and I have no idea where my car is. It's a rental car. It's a rental Jeep, in fact. And I'm walking around. I'm going in and out of different parking garages, and I'm in a panic now. I don't have the slightest clue how the hell am I ever going to find where I parked. And finally, security stopped me. In fact, it was a woman in a Jeep Liberty, and she pulled up, like, "What can I help you, sir?" Because obviously walking around at night in the middle of an empty parking garage is a bit strange. So I explained to her, I was like, first I complimented her on the Jeep. And I said, oh, I hope you can help me. I'm traveling, I have a flight to catch, and I gotta be at the airport in like an hour, and I've been frantically looking for a Jeep, my Jeep, my rental Jeep. I was like, I decided to kill some time. I went to the movie theater, never thinking that when the movie was over, the mall would be closed, and I wouldn't be able to go back to the exit that I left from. So she said, okay, where did you go in? I said, I went to my Macy's. So I got in the Jeep, she took me, and like we drove for like 5 minutes to get to, because it's a freaking big mall, to get to the place where my Jeep was. And I got out and thanked her so much, and I got to the airport on time and made it home. So that's the lesson. If you're going to go into a mall to catch a flight, make sure you know where you parked, and that the exit is still going to be open when the movie is out. Thank you, Joseph, with a €2 super chat. Come to Europe, we'll teach you metric and Celsius. Well, Joseph, I do know metric. You're kind of forced to learn it in engineering, and I just don't like Celsius or metric, but I know them. I can live with them. The Celsius and the metric, I think, would be the least of my concerns acclimating to Europe. Not Ryan Johnson says complimenting a Jeep equal bird flirting. It was. That's true. That's true. She didn't seem uninterested either, but unfortunately, there was just no time. No, I didn't get her phone number, because I really didn't expect to be back in Phoenix anytime soon. Okay, guys, well, I have like 5 minutes left, so I'm going to go through the chat. I apologize. I'll read out whatever's got at BirdoPrey5 and anything else that jumps out at me. So I do apologize. I hope you've enjoyed the rants and the stream, and I'm sorry about all the comments that are going to go unread. Kronos says the Simpsons should go away, in his opinion. I agree. Derek McManus says the Simpsons was good many years ago. Nicole says no Apu, no watch. Rock solid free Apu. I read some of these. Kronos, I miss the Quickie Mart. Shromore says, wait, it's been years since I watched The Simpsons. Are they boycotting the shop owned by a person of color? Well, they're kind of boycotting the entire person of color. Who needs the Quickie Mart? I do! And then the dog barks. That was Rock Solid Productions from the episode where Apu loses the Quickie Mart. And this is the symbol of apology in our village. Yosef was working, missed notification. Oh, Yosef, I'm sorry, but I'm glad you made it. Roxanne says, and they were all yellow. Sounds like a song. Sean Moore says, Smithers was originally black. Yeah, changed from black to gay. Thomas Potts says, Bird of Prey, a pirate was grinding the tower. Well, he shouldn't have been able. He could have tried to grind it, but he shouldn't have been able to grind it. Kronos, please correct me if I'm wrong. Kronos says, dang pirates. For the love of God, help. Several pirate grind. They're actually destroying it? Okay. I'll get there right. Assuming 1 second. I'll get in the game. Kronos says, what is mail? And I guess that's it. Oh. Shromore says, Bird of Prey, so bad in Europe, AOC would be considered far right. Thomas says, a pirate started to grind the tower. Because I enabled drilling. Huh. I wonder if that enabled grinding. Ms. Lodell says, I don't know if you realize this, but the people who were in favor of nonsense like that are the ones who will be least affected by it. The fat cats love these types of laws. Yes. Kronos says, you've enjoyed walking 120 degrees. Just wow. Yeah, I did. It was freaking amazing because it was a dry heat. And I don't know how, I know that sounds stupid, but until you experience it. I'll say 120 was a little high. 115. 114, 115. I take that every single day over 90 plus degrees in New York City. 114 in Phoenix, I'm fine. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I got to go help Thomas. What is the Matrix's good afternoon, Bird of Prey and Birdians? That's not bad. I am so sorry, What is the Matrix? You're just at the end of the stream. I've got to go help Thomas Potts in Space Engineers, and then I've got to get ready for some other stuff I got to do, and then I got to do some real work. And I will try to be on Anti-Trekker's stream tonight. There's a pirate salvage station nearby. Well, Thomas... Okay, Alexa, stop. That was my warning. Good night, everybody. Qapla, Thomas, I'll be in the game in a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPray5.com, the new home of everything BirdoPray5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPray5 or on BirdoPray5.com. Take care.